welcome to Overtime the podcast. Overtime is a podcast dedicated to all things watches, particularly in the micro-brand and affordable range. I'm Praka, and this is my co-host, Justin.
We are two watch enthusiasts based out of Perth, Western Australia. Join us as we discuss our thoughts on new releases, share our personal experiences, and offer our insights on building a collection.
Whether you're a seasoned enthusiast or just starting your journey, Overtime will keep you entertained with informative insights and casual conversations.
Let's get started.
So, Justin, how you going, mate?
Hey, man, I'm pretty good for Tuesday. It's Tuesday night.
Tuesday.
How about yourself?
Yeah, good too. Just, I guess, an unusual day for us to record, but it just worked. Timing all worked out. So, yeah, here we
For a
are.
change.
I know. For a change. Yes, it's been that kind of year, as you've noted before we started, and yeah, we haven't really hit our stride. Things have been busy with home, with work, with life, and so I guess the number of episodes that we're pumping out seems to slow down a bit. But yeah, hopefully we'll get into our stride soon enough.
Yeah, fingers crossed. It's been a busy couple of weeks. It's been a hot couple of weeks or couple of months. But I think, yeah, this is the busy time for me for the year. All the kind of numbers and KPIs and whatnot are re-looked at, remeasured and reset, and it's just hit the ground running and start chipping away at your kind of quarterly ask and get on with it quickly. So it's been very, very busy on my end. I know you've been busy as well.
Yeah, pretty flat out, been away and stuff. So finally, it's good to be back home and good to good to get into some chats. And it's like I said, it feels like we haven't chatted watches forever. It'd be good to chat watches again before we get too far into the episode. Let's get on with our usual wrist checks of the day. What you got on your wrist, mate?
Yeah, so today I'm wearing, which I think is an NWA for the podcast. I can't remember. I think I mentioned that I had an NWA, but didn't mention what it was back in our recording with Matt from HZ.
Yeah.
And yeah, I went with the Zodiac Grandrally today. So quartz, chronograph. It's a very royal blue is what I call it. I keep seeing these Instagram reels of it's like ASMR videos of people like mixing colors and you get the real name of the colors. And I think this is a royal blue from my research. But yeah, it's made its way into my collection. It's very shiny. The crystal is very hard to capture a photo with. It just reflects every bit of light that it comes into contact with.
Yeah. But
it's a very fun, very comfy everyday wearer, and I'm wearing it on a Vario blue silicon strap at the moment.
Nice. Very cool. I haven't seen that strap before. Is that new? It come with it?
No, this is what it came with. So I got this off AA WF.
Nice.
And yeah, this is the strap it came with. It's very soft, very supple. I kind of compare my silicons to Barton, and I'd say this is kind of a stride above Barton straps. It's a lot more malleable. It conforms a lot better. It's a lot softer as well. There's a bit of texture on the inside, which wears a bit differently to the Barton. But yeah, it's and it doesn't smell terrible like some rubber straps do. So
that's good. Might be FKM, that good stuff.
FKM, yeah, correct. Yeah.
Very nice.
But yeah, very, very happy with this. It's not typically what I'd wear, and I took a punt on it, and yeah, very, very happy. I got to chuck it on a leather for my grandfather's birthday at the start of February, and it wore fantastic.
Yeah, when you first got it, I was a bit like, man, that's so funny because a long time ago now, I made a list of watches. I had this like running list, like watches that I want to get or something. And basically at that point, that's when I figured out about the whole lug to lug thing. And so I basically was Googling every watch that I like the look of and finding lug to lugs and the dimensions and writing it down. And this was one of them, which was at my... Like I was like, okay, I think I can wear this. This is probably the maximum. And this was on the list. So this is about 4 years ago now. I was on my list. So yeah, I'm glad you got it, and I can't wait to see it myself.
I'm enjoying it. I think it's possibly opening a door, like in terms of Zodiac for myself. Like I've obviously known about the brand for a long time and know about its history and whatnot. I think they're a bit of a crowd favorite as well amongst the forums and the watch fam.
Oh, yeah.
But
Super simple. That's
Yeah, the Super Seawolf, it's a bit of a cult classic, isn't it? And yeah, that's definitely been in my search history as of recent, but I'm no longer making impulse decisions this year. But
fair enough.
anyway, what's on the wrist for yourself, mate?
Classic Astor Banks Fortitude Lite. Got it on a leather today, actually. A nice
Oh, very cool.
supple brown, like as a Horween style leather, I think. Yeah, very. It's from a band in Germany called Fluko, and yeah,
Okay.
it's really well made. I think it goes well with it. I mean, it
Mm.
looks good for me. Yeah, no, I haven't really paired it with this before. But yeah, yeah, Astor Banks, what can I say? A garter through and through.
Yeah, you post a lot of photos from sleeves to shirts to, swimming. Have you taken it swimming? I can't remember if that's what I wanted you to take it
I
swimming.
have, yes,
You
yes, I
have,
have.
yeah, you've done it all with it. It is a true garter, as we went into a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's been good to me, and it will continue to be good to me for many years to come. Cool.
Beautiful.
Well, let's crack on with this week's episode. This week's we're gonna have a chat. That's our aim today. It feels like it's been a while since we've just spoke about our watches. We've had a couple of interviews, we've had a couple of new releases. Let's just talk watches. From the last time we recorded, which feels like a month ago almost,
Mm, be getting
till
there.
yeah, till now. What's caught your eye?
A lot.
A
Even
lot.
though I won't be spending or buying a lot has caught my eye. I can't remember if it came to fruition
Hmm.
or not, but I've been seeing a lot of white dial speedies
Okay.
around the Instagram traps, and I think
Yes.
that's maybe better late than never type of play from Omega. But
Yeah.
I really like it. I really like it, and
Yeah.
as I've just turned 29, I'll be turning 30 next year.
Yeah.
If that's a real thing, then yeah, it's definitely on the cards for a
Sure.
possible purchase next year.
Sure.
Other than that, went to the Swatch store in Perth. So newly
Oh yeah.
opened. I think it opened early Feb.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
was in the city at the office and decided to go for a walk on my lunch break and walked straight past it once. Didn't
Yeah.
see it. Walked straight past it a second time, and then for some reason I decided to turn around and spotted Swatch. So I was like, "Oh, I got 10 more minutes. I'll run in."
So it's kind of hidden
And
away then, or
no, it's just me. It was a Friday. It was not. It was just me being
fair enough.
completely oblivious.
Fair enough.
So I decided to run in, have a quick look, and yeah, I was pretty impressed with the customer service to
Oh
start off
yeah.
with. Yeah, the
Okay.
the shop was very friendly, very inviting. Not too. We all had that kind of pressure from your standard, shields and stuff, where they kind of over talk the watches, not knowing that
Sure.
probably more than most of the employees in one of those, jewelers.
Sure.
Um, yeah,
But no,
very relaxed, chilled
yeah,
experience.
okay. And wasn't, but it also wasn't, didn't feel that sort of snobbiness as well of like a sort of top end sort
No,
of thing. Okay, cool.
no, and I don't know why, but I half expected that. Yeah, well, yeah, definitely reiterate. I don't know why I expected this, but I thought I'd be, steered straight towards the moon swatch and the
Yeah,
Blancpain collaboration. And I looked at the cases I walked past, and I just said, yeah, these still aren't catching my eye any more than they didn't a month ago.
sure.
Um, and yeah, the people were super friendly and just kind of asked me, you in here for any particular reason? You're looking for a watch for
Hmm.
anyone? Nope, just having a browse at lunch break. Oh, very cool. Are you a collector? And we, quick little chat.
Yeah, nice.
Um, yeah, just a very wholesome experience in a watch store, and
That's
the
good.
collection was cool. From all the New Year of the Dragon stuff to
Yeah.
the ones that caught my eye the most there. Some of the Simpsons collection,
Oh, the
where I grew
donut
up in
one?
the yeah, there's the
Yeah.
donut one. There was the Bart as an angel with his yeah, he was a Cupid as well.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah, where I grew up in the wheat belt, we didn't get free to air TV apart from GBN7, so we had Foxtel, and a lot of my summer holidays were spent watching the
Simpsons.
full week Simpsons
Oh
episode they
yeah.
did. It was literally like 24 hours, so it's a bit of
I,
a favorite
I,
classic of
I,
mine.
I love those rallies or
So
whatever they
good.
call it. Like yeah, and even oh man,
Marathons, is that it?
marathons. That's the word. Marathons. That's so good.
I
Before.
remember going to bed and my brother would still be up watching, and I'd like wake up in the morning and he'd still be up watching. I was just like, oh
Oh
my,
dear,
and you kind of, you'd watched them before type thing, but you'd realize, oh, geez, there's so many episodes in between
there
this
is.
one and this one that you went to sleep with and woke up with.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Simpsons ones are cool and playful, and at the price point, it was definitely on my thoughts for the
Yeah.
afternoon.
Yeah. No, so I think Swatch is one of those things, right? It's really cool. And I think especially I think it was a good play for them to come into Perth, especially where they are
Yep.
now. Opens up a newer market for them, and it offers a point
Hmm.
of difference between the jewelers and the, I guess, watches Switzerland's and their type. Not that there's anything wrong with them. Like, you and I have both been into there and they've all been very good and stuff. Generally, we've not
Yep.
had any issues. In fact, it's funny, we're looking at 2024 now, and we've got just in CBD, we've got plenty of watch shops now. Like,
It's
all,
growing, isn't it?
yeah, it's opening all around.
Omega's on its way.
Yeah, that's it. Omega's just down the road as well. So it's all
Yep.
happening. Um, I wanted to go back to the very first thing you said about the Omega Speedmaster.
Yes. Yep.
I want to poke something at it. Because why not? Looks good. Don't get me wrong. Looks great. Is it worth was it $3,000 more than the regular
No, 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 no.
Speedmaster? It's a white dial. Like, I mean, I get it. It's cool. It's different. But the thing is, it's not really that different. I mean, Omega's done white dial speedies many times before. They've done,
Yeah.
I think they've done the Marui edition, Japan. I think
Hmm.
there's at least two or three editions that they've done that's been white. And call me blasphemous, but I reckon they look better than some of the new one. But I'm not. It's not a. I think my only criticism in that is I don't think it's a bad looking watch, but I just think it's what all these big brands do, right? It's like they change one thing and then it's like, oh, it's the greatest, best thing ever in the world. This is the new thing. That kind of.
Yeah, yeah. No, no,
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you. And I think thinking back in time, there was possibly a white dial Speedy Olympics edition at some point that
Yes.
sticks in my brain for some reason. Really like that watch too. Although I don't think even if I had the money at the time when that was released, I don't think I could bring myself to wear something with the Olympic rings or whatever it had
Yeah.
on the front. It's
Yeah.
just not down my alley type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess I had this kind of internal debate with myself when I was purchasing the Black Bay.
Mm.
I think when I purchased the Black Bay, the GMT white dial was released not long before that.
Ah, okay.
And I
Yep.
was very torn between those. And I remember thinking to myself, it's just a white dial.
Yep.
It's I think arguably the root beer. I think it's root beer, right? The other Tudor Black Bay GMT.
Yes, the S
Um,
and GT or something.
yeah,
This
yeah.
steel and
I
gold.
think
Yep. Yep.
I think that looks arguably a lot better than the white dial, and I also think the Black Bay Pro is better than both of them.
Mm.
Yeah, come at me. I'll stick down that hill. But yeah, I don't know. Like I was very much like, oh, the black and the gilt style of the Black Bay Heritage.
Mm.
That won me over. And then when I look at the two Speedy side by side, I'm kind of like the white dial appeals a lot more to me.
Yeah.
And especially after going into Kennedy's in the Crown, I went there for breakfast recently in
Mm.
February, and trying on a heap of different Speedies from the blue case Adventurine dial stuff to the full ceramic, and then I got to try on the rose gold and green dial. I was just the white dial is probably the only one that really calls out to me.
Aesthetically, I completely agree with you. It definitely is the better looking. I mean,
Mm,
like, yes, the other one is a classic and definitely is, but man, like, it's just purely looking at, I mean, I get it, right? It's such a great watch and there's so many iterations. People love the Moonwatch. We spoke about this, right? People
yeah,
absolutely love the Moonwatch. And but yeah, just the difference in, and is it actually that much newer that it grants all this hype?
justifies
Maybe,
it. Yeah, yeah.
maybe it does. Maybe it does. But check out the two things that I've just linked to you just then on the chat. So for the listeners who cannot see what I've just linked in the chat, those are the Omega Speedmaster, the Marui limited edition, which is a Japanese, I guess, a JDM release. There's two different ones. There's a panda, and then there's just an all white. I mean, that appeals to me as well. I do like the red. I do like the red, the red, you know, wording in the
Hmm.
new one where it says Speedmaster in red. I reckon that looks cool. It's a
Yeah.
nice little point of difference. But I don't know, man. the other one looks pretty good to me too.
Yeah, for me, looking at both of these, so the reduced,
Yes, and
was it
also to
Handicap Moreau?
reduce. Yes.
Yeah, that one there, I couldn't even tell you why off the top of my head, but looking directly at it, just like that's
Yeah.
not what I'm going for. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's just because it looks a little bit more aged and
It
of its
is.
time
Yeah.
compared to a modern Speedy.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, the second one, the is it Marui? Is that how you
I
say
think
it?
so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Marui. That second one, yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like that is like stunning. It's I think it's a good actually I think it's a good middle point between the first one you linked and the modern wide dial that everyone's hyping up now.
Yeah, for sure.
I think.
And for me, I'm biased because I look at a reduced as my Speedmaster is going to be a reduced because of my
Oh, that's your
wrist size.
size. Yeah.
So for me,
Yeah.
that's why I'm
Yeah, of
like,
course.
there's these two here. So yes, I am being biased here. But in saying that, I'm sure it is absolutely gorgeous, and I actually cannot wait to see it in person because I know for sure there's going to be one or two people in our red bar that's going to have it. For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. But yeah, that's what's caught my eye. Like I
Yeah.
said earlier, I couldn't tell you exactly why. But it's just I don't know if it's anything to do with the hype itself. I
Mm.
just I lack a white dial in my collection at the moment. I
Yeah.
do enjoy a white dial, but I think it's something that I've always struggled to find the white dial. I've had a couple of tags that have white dials,
Mm.
Stratton, and I think that's about it. My Squale or Squale, how we're saying it, full loom dial was more of a greeny
Yeah. The full loom.
style.
Mm.
It wasn't like a frost white. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've got that kind of long term gap in the collection of a white dial that I haven't really found a permanent solution for. And I think having the 30th birthday on the horizon
Yeah.
justifies a good reason to pick the one. And I think having the that opposite of the Black Bay, the gilt
Mm.
diver, very tooly, and moving over to a bit of a more of a dressy white dial would play a good juxtaposition in the collection.
Nice. Nice. No, for sure. I think it's a fantastic way to mark an occasion like the 30th.
So, what about
So,
yourself? What's been
yeah.
catching your eye?
Well, I think I've told you this and I may have brought it up on the podcast, probably not. Been looking at adding a nice quartz piece to the collection. I've got plenty
Mm,
of automatics, plenty of mechanicals, and yeah, just don't have. I mean, I had a quartz had. I actually passed it on to a very nice gentleman today, actually, which was nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it, but kind of one, like a high end, like a nice high end quartz, i.e., the 9F quartz, Grand Seiko, or Citizen Chronomaster. So,
the Chronomaster would be, yeah,
yeah.
another level. Hey,
Yeah, so I've been looking, I've been really, looking around, and I saw one which is the SBGX 261. Oh, I am getting good at this. SBGX 261. It is the black dial, very simple, simply made, but it's the lot, right? It is your sword
yeah,
hands, it is your gem cut indices of the Seiko the tenets of Seiko. It's Zaratsu polishing, it's 37 mil, like 30,
yeah.
it is perfect in
Oh, it's
terms of
stunning. Yeah,
polish, yeah.
yeah,
And it'll just yeah, it's gonna be one of those watches where I'm like it's almost like a one watch collection, which is kind of scary,
yeah,
but at the same time, I've seen, it's me, I'm not gonna be one watch collection. It'll be moving into a different tier, which I haven't done so far, like with quartz. So all my quartz
yeah.
pieces have been very entry level, like Timexes and some Seikos and some Citizens and did I have Citizen Quartz? Yes, I did. Citizen Quartz. I had a Loris. Like it's never been
Oh,
anything
yeah,
at
yep,
a high level. So having a 9F is something that really excites me, and been doing a lot of research on it. But
yep,
I don't know. There's a con that I see in it is that if I was to make it like an everyday, because it almost feels like an everyday because it's quartz and it can be an everyday, it's it's polished. It's a Aratsu polishing. And as beautiful that it is, you knock it around a little bit, it'll go. it'll go very quickly. The polishing doesn't last long
Mm,
because it's not a bead blasted finish. I mean, you look at my Astor Banks right now, right? It is a Garter in every true sense because it's a full bead blasted finish. You can knock
yeah,
it around and you're really not going to see a
it's
lot of
built for it.
scratches.
Yeah.
Exactly. Whereas this one, maybe not. But in saying that, I sent you a link. Check it out. Check it out on that NATO. That looks
On
good.
the NATO.
Yeah, so scroll down
Oh yeah,
so, yeah,
yeah. It is a stunning watch.
yeah.
I think yeah, Grand Seiko do the dress watch in their tier or up to their tier the best.
Hmm.
I think I can't remember the gentleman we caught up with for lunch had the Grand Seiko.
Yes, correct. Yep.
I can't remember what model it was,
He had
but
an
gorgeous.
automatic in it. No, he had the very similar one, but a 40 mil in the blue
Yes,
dial.
yeah,
Yeah, and that was
yeah, and it's stunning.
it's
But
beautiful
yeah,
as well.
no, I think this is like you said. You've had the courts, you've got plenty of automatics, and this is a new step, a new direction.
Yeah.
I think it suits your style and taste very well. I think for if like looking at Grand Seiko, there's one that's always stuck out to me in the 9F range, and it's the SBGV
Yeah.
245.
Yes.
I don't know why I was so like I was obsessed with this watch for a long time. This almost made it into my collection at some point during COVID times,
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
I really like this watch. I was going to go for a Chrono 24 buy, but it's very similar to what you're looking at as well.
Yeah, it's
Um,
funny. It's funny you bring that up because this is also one of the other ones. But the difference is though, this is very more tooly than the other model.
mm,
And funny you bring that up while I'm wearing the Astor Banks. Have a look at the Astor Banks. Have a look at the face
yeah,
of this Grand Seiko and tell me the
yeah, you're
similarities.
right. You
There's
are
a lot.
right.
There's a lot of similarities.
Even like the case profile is very similar too.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot more sharper angles in the SBGV 245. A lot
Yep.
more sharper angles, a lot more sort of, again, very Grand Seiko style. But yes, it's beautiful. This is like more of an everyday than the SBGX 261 for sure.
Yeah.
But
Grand
yeah.
Seiko for me is it's like out of my league. Like they're too dressy for me. I can't pull them off. It's not my thing. But this would be the one that be the goer for me.
Yeah.
I love the SPVG, but yeah, going back to the SBGX.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm all for it. I'm here to support the decision. It's
When
beautiful.
have you ever not supported any of my
Exactly.
my frivolous decisions? Not
Exactly. That's what
uh,
I'm here for.
yeah, no, but I'm trying to get more objective and trying to
Mm,
figure out, is this for me? What needs to go in my collection? So it's a bit of a long-term type thing. What I've realized is from sort of end of last year to now, I know it's only been 3 months, but in a watch collector's enthusiast world, 3 months is a long time. And
mm.
in 3 months, I haven't felt the need to buy anything or impulsively buy anything, which is good. Um,
This how I've been feeling too.
mm,
There's been a couple of opportunities that I could have grabbed a couple of things. I undenied about the yellow dial Helios that popped up recently
yes,
as well.
yes,
But it's just nothing is making me really jump on the pull the trigger as they say.
yeah, yeah,
And it's probably a mix of life commitments and stuff,
yes,
as well as I rotate my watches nearly daily. There's a couple of days a week where I might wear the same thing twice, but
yeah.
I rotate fairly regularly, and I feel fulfilled. I feel like my collection does it all for me right now. And you might be able to make the argument that there isn't that like true dress piece in there, but look, I don't.
But you don't need
Even
it.
when I'm in
Yeah,
the office, I don't wear a dress. I don't wear a dress shirt. I wear my like work polo.
yeah.
I wear Air Maxes and skinny jeans with that. It's just not in my wheelhouse to have one. I don't need one.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Uh,
so
And
yeah,
if
I
you
get where you're
don't,
coming
you
from.
don't. Yeah, you don't. If you don't, if you don't,
If
there's, and that's completely like I said, the whole form over function over form. I don't know what
yeah,
the,
one of
yeah,
those.
one of those. Yeah, yeah. I'm not very good at my idioms. Basically, if you don't need it, that's fine. And yeah, I think I'm a similar vein in the sense like maybe I don't quite rotate through every single watch. My collection. I think the number wise is just a little bit bigger than yours at the moment. Um,
Yeah.
however, also because I've got a lot of vintage pieces as well, which I sort of baby, and I don't really take them out as much as I
Mm,
would or should. But I also don't feel the need that I have to. It can sit there. I don't
yeah.
mind that it sits there and waits for me, so to speak.
That's how I feel about the Black Bay too. Like it doesn't get a lot of wear. Like when it does, I really appreciate its existence and the reason I purchased it and whatnot. I just find myself reaching it. Like my watch box, I have just two in that sit. There's my four micros. There's my three, I guess, more mainstream, where it's a Seiko Turtle, Black Bay, and the Vintage Omega. The bottom box with the four micros gets the wear more of the time. And if not, the G Shock gets the wear. I love wearing my G Shock. Um, it's just I don't know. My collection's 8 these days,
Yeah,
not including my G Shock. I stumbled upon
no one includes
the
that G-Shock, right?
Casio. Yeah, it's it. Oh
That's the
yeah,
trick.
yeah.
That's the
Even if
trick.
you even if you speak to people who've got 16 G
Yeah,
Shocks, they don't count them in the collection.
exactly. Oh, it doesn't
But
count.
I
It's a
don't.
G-Shock.
3 months is a long time. It's a lot of searching, a lot of time. Especially you've been away. I'm sure you were sitting on the
Yeah,
phone in your downtime and when you're bored and
exactly. For
whatnot.
for
It
sure.
is a long time.
It is, yeah. And but doesn't feel like I don't feel that need to, and it's
Yeah,
good. And yeah, you're very similar in that sense as well. I also don't, because it's such a buyer's market at the moment, in secondhand.
yeah.
I don't really want to pay over the odds for something that I don't have to, and I'm not
Yeah.
chasing at the moment. Like I am, yeah, I'm looking at it, but if I see something great in a good price, fine. But otherwise, it can wait. We'll wait.
You're not losing any sleep.
I'm not losing any sleep. No, I think the longer and longer I carry on as a hobby, the FOMO is reducing more and more.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. To be honest, my most worn watch at the moment is the Casio Edifice that I rediscovered in a box while kind of moving stuff around the
Hmm.
house.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I look at it, I'm like, you're such an ugly beast of a watch, but I love you. And it's, I dare say, maybe the second most comfortable for my wrist size and whatnot. It's heavy, it's big, but it's very comfortable the way that it articulates the wrist.
Yeah.
And that watch cost me like $180 in a Boxing Day sale over 10 years ago.
So good.
Wears amazing. It's quartz. I just chuck it on. It takes great pictures.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna have better pictures coming on my Instagram because I've now got the iPhone Pro instead of my old iPhone 11
Nice. There you
standard
go.
camera with a crack in it.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know. Like you said, the FOMO thing. I don't get that as much either anymore. The only time I've had that in the past couple of years is with that bloody
Sikon,
Phantoms.
fan.
Yeah, 50 Phantoms. I still look at people posting that, and I'm just like, that's if someone wants to throw me something over retail, I consider it because
Okay.
I think it's beautiful.
All right. We'll put a call out. Put a call out on
Hands, faces, cases. It's
Instagram.
you, mate.
That's yes, I have seen. I have seen. Oh, geez. In this past, how many? It's been a month basically, right? I mean, you said your edifice has been like your most worn.
Roughly, yep, yep.
Yeah, my most worn has been the Seaforth, the Helios
Why wouldn't
Seaforth.
it be?
Yeah, and man, again, it's one of those watches where it's like I just wear it and I'm like, yep, this, it's can be trending towards a one watch collection, which is scary because I definitely not there yet. But yeah, it just wears so well on my wrist. It shouldn't. It's big, it's a big watch. It shouldn't, but it does. And especially on the original the Helios Afcam strap.
Yeah.
Incredible. And yeah, I think I wore it day in, day out for like 5 days straight or something. And I even wore it and I was sleeping, which is I don't usually do that, but long story short, it's just the nature of where I was and for work, etc. It just made sense for me to have a watch on my
Yeah.
wrist, and I did the entire time, and I could sleep in that watch with no discomfort at all. Didn't feel like anything was sort of there, and that's great for a stainless steel
Mm.
40 mil, pretty, I wouldn't say chunky, but it's significant. on your wrist.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of, I think, all of the watches in your collection. I think you have a beautiful collection, but when handling that for the first time, you get the hype, you understand why people get that FOMO we just kind of spoke about as well.
Yeah,
It is in its own tier. It's a cut above a huge chunk of the watch world in its similar micro
yeah.
vein. And it is something special. So I'm not surprised it's been your most worn. I enjoy seeing the pictures as well on Red Bar and
Yeah,
Instagram.
I do have a bit of
Um,
fun with it. It does take pretty good photos as well. So
it does
yeah,
the black in light, in dark. It works so well.
yeah, no, it's a
And on
bit.
the Jubilee, I remember when I was thinking about Jubilees for the sake of 5 years, I remember you saying you're not a Jubilee man as such. And
No.
but that watch looks fantastic on a Jubilee. That's a Uncle Seiko, is it?
Yep, yep. So it's
Yep.
the Uncle Seiko Alpinist Jubilee. So it's actually made for
Oh,
the
that's
Seiko
right. Yep.
Alpinist. So the thing with the I guess the downside of this watch is it only comes with the standard FKM. It doesn't come with a bracelet option. Kind of wish it did, just
Mm.
because it looks so good on bracelets. And they're at their fourth generation of the C4th now, and basically every generation people just find different bracelets that work, and then they tell everyone and get, oh, I think Gen 2, the best bracelet for that was the Genault. I don't know. Do you know that brand, Genault?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like a Genault oyster style bracelet that apparently works really well. And then for this version, this iteration, the best end link fit is the Alpinist, the Seiko
Right.
Alpinist end link. So hence why all the Uncle Seiko Alpinist ones work really well. So
Yeah.
yeah, anyway, it's just random. Like I mean, it's one of those things, right? When even people get all, you could say cultish, like,
Oh, it's
when
definitely cultish.
yeah, when they really follow the brand and they really love it, they they want to do everything they
Yeah.
can to try and make it to the next level. And yeah, not gonna lie, if there is a new release from Helios coming, yeah, it's gonna be very hard for me to say no. Yeah, it's one of
I
those things.
I seen a picture. Someone was wearing a C-Force, but I think it was like the light blue or sky blue
Mm,
colored dial, and they
yeah.
had it on a strut code. It's like a hex, I think, some sort of hex thing.
Yes. Yeah.
That looked. It went from being like dressy every day to like a little bit more tooly looking,
Yeah.
and it looked fantastic. That dial, the brush strut code bracelet, it looked really nice.
Yeah, I
Um,
love that blue. And fun fact, well, fun fact, but not just Helios, but a few other brands, they've had these blues, these sort of baby blue, Tiffany blue, if you want to call it, on their dials way before they had the OP
oh,
hypes.
100%,
And
yeah,
we
yeah.
spoke to Andrew from Astor Banks, and he had it in his watch before. Pretty sure even Trasker did as well.
Yeah, you
But
look Trusker, Phoebus,
yeah,
Zelos's teal was pretty close to that Tiffany back
that's
in
right.
the early
Yeah,
days.
that's right. So they've done it all, but it's just interesting. I guess yeah, people still till this day go back to if they see any blue, they're like, oh, Tiffany blue. I'm like, it's not though, but all right.
It's crazy, man. I was in Louis Vuitton the other day,
Mm,
just shopping with my cousin, and they had a very nice calfskin wallet, and it was
oh
like
yeah.
navy blue, and
Mm,
then it had the monogram pattern on it, and the outline inside the monogram embossment was teal.
okay.
And even people in the store referred to it as Tiffany. Even on the website, it was labeled something else. Like the name,
Mm,
carries so much
yep. Yep.
across that hype culture and
Yeah.
fashion world. It's just in a store like Louis Vuitton or whatnot, you'd expect them to kind of run with
Their
you know,
brand.
their thing,
Yeah, exactly. Don't attach it to another brand's thing, but
especially when Tiffany's next door too,
yeah, exactly.
right next
Yes.
door.
There is, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, that's not really my scene, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, you just wouldn't. Yeah, and you would think that, but I guess it's pop culture, right? It's what people know. People look at the color and
It's
they automatically say that's what it is. Yeah,
it's a weird thing. Like I've had like wallets from Louis Vuitton and some of your other brands. I've kind of stuck with Louis Vuitton as being the brand I go to
sure.
more or less for some time, and I've been doing it since really finishing my apprenticeship. When I came into some good money, it was kind of like my first half decent purchase, something to say like, well done on
Yeah, yeah, fair
getting
enough.
it done
Yeah,
and getting a career path.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I've stuck with that ever since. I usually buy a wallet once a year and change
yeah,
it up and stick the other one in the
yeah,
up in the wardrobe, and I'll rotate through it every now and then.
yeah.
but like you said, that hype culture thing.
Yeah.
I was when I stayed last year at the Ritz. We went into the Gucci store, and there was someone in there asking for wallets that were the color and the same texture as Louis Vuitton, but cheaper. And then,
Mm.
uh, you know, trying to compare one or the other in shoes and belts. This lady had so much stuff on the table. I don't know how she could really focus.
Yeah.
But that whole hype culture scene, it's not destroyed anything and or whatnot, but it's so backwards to when I first got into looking at
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. Now you kind of got into it for the passion, not for the what's
Yeah.
going to get me the resale, what's going to get me the status.
Mm.
It's just very, very different.
Yeah. I don't think that's just limited to fashion or that kind of thing. It's, I mean, even in watches, it's in everything really.
Oh, it's everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. No, interesting, interesting. Funny you talk about watches, and so the brand that I used to buy wallets for a few years when I was, I think, high school, just after high school. Yeah, no, probably in like uni and just after, probably even when I was older than that, was Fossil.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yep,
Yep.
the old Fossil group, classic. They do belts, they do wallets, and they do watches.
But when I came into adult money and
Yeah,
started to be able to purchase kind of
yeah,
ridiculous stuff, I made some silly purchases. Hey, somewhere in my upstairs kind of storage room at the moment,
yeah.
I have what I paid. I can't remember. I want to say it was around 1,000, maybe $1,100 for. Was a sledgehammer, a Supreme sledgehammer, just
Oh
to put up in
no.
my room. And
Oh no.
that person's definitely not existent anymore. But I spent some weird. I spent a lot of money on some weird stuff.
Oh,
When rent was affordable and I didn't have mortgages and all I had was
yeah,
my car loan when
yeah.
that stuff was readily available. Yeah, different times, fun times though, fun times.
I applaud your courage to bring that up on the podcast because
Oh man, I would look when I move into my new house and I kind of set up somewhere else. Maybe the sledgehammer will make an appearance in the background here somewhere.
I think
I
so.
do. I'm gonna have my own. Like right now, I'm in my front room, which is supposed to be my theater. In
Yeah,
the new house, I'm gonna have my study that's all
yeah,
closed off. I have my work computer, my personal. I
yeah.
do plan on setting up a bit of a background here, so our picture is going to be a little bit nicer in the
Nice.
future. But maybe it'll
Ah,
make an appearance there with along with all the Lego Technic cars and Star Wars crap
yeah,
I have here.
yeah. I was sort of, yeah. Yes, as you know, I tried to set up a bit of a little watch shrine at the back, but yeah, it's not really going as well as I thought it would. But
Yeah.
yeah, when you said Supreme, I thought the first thing you were gonna say was those, those money shooter
Oh,
things, the little money shooter thing. That would have been funny actually.
no,
I mean,
no.
like, yeah, yeah, but yeah, those are funny. Those are
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah, I forgot that existed, but yeah, they get those. They had the shirt cannons, the Supreme shirt cannons for a while.
Oh yeah, okay.
I remember seeing when the whole plastic bag trend came to an end, so you could buy Supreme reusable paper bags, so like the ones you get at Coles, but
Oh
they were
yeah,
like, you're looking at $90 a paper bag, and you can guarantee if you put the same amount of milk and whatnot in there, the handle's going to snap. There's $95 instead of 25 cents
God,
gone. But
what was that era? Hey, what was that year when everything was so supreme and people were paying ridiculous money for this
oh man, I
things?
can't
Yeah,
believe I've got like maybe 11 pairs of like Yeezys
yeah,
350 boots and stuff upstairs, which one of the like multiple pairs I camped in Melbourne for. Like, when I was a teenager going to my 20s,
yeah.
me and a workmate would go stay at the front of some of the stores in Melbourne, like secret sneaker shop and
Yeah,
stuff. We
yeah,
would camp to get those and I pay a fortune for them.
yeah.
And now they're worth nothing because of Kanye's whole debacle.
Yes. Mm.
Yeah, but it's weird how it works. Even while we're on topic of luxury goods and stuff, like
Mm.
Balenciaga shirts and stuff, I bought a couple of those in my time that are worth
Yeah,
nothing now because of their whole thing last year. It's just
yeah,
crazy about how that went. Like, and I'm not looking to make any money off a secondhand shirt at all, but
yeah.
watching a shirt go from $600 to
Oh my
not
God.
selling for 20 is
Yeah.
wild.
Oh my God. Yes, that's insane. $600 for a t-shirt. But I'm glad you've learned your ways and spend money on watches instead.
The quartz watches in the $20 etched gym shirts that I got on Black Friday sales is the way to go now.
Way to go, mate. Way to go. But it's okay. I'm not judging. Everyone has to go through their journey, their path,
That's
and
it.
figure
Some
out
a
what
little longer than others, a little sillier, but
it's all good. That's funny. That's awesome. All right. Well, look, I think we've what else we got? What else we want to chat about today? Anything that you saw, any new releases maybe that you saw that was caught your eye?
I don't think so.
Okay,
We spoke about the
we did.
Eagle titanium. That
Yes.
grew on me a lot more. I started seeing some people post of receiving them and watch some YouTube clips.
Mm,
I think, look, I think we talk about Zillow a bit, but I don't think we kind of harp on about it or anything. But I think Zillow's website could do with a huge refresh. They
okay.
use those weird rendered 360 images, which I think do nothing
Mm,
for. I mean, they're going to sell regardless, right? They've got that cult following we spoke about earlier. Just in comparison to even looking at like Nullarbor and whatnot, who we've spoken to recently, it's very stale. Like I was looking at the Eagle rendered image, the 360 view. I was like, this looks very computer generated, very angular.
mm.
Doesn't represent what it is. There are people who have been getting these and posting some macro side shots of that
It
case
looks
profile where
so
it's got the
good.
carve out. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it looks amazing. The dials look fantastic against that titanium color. I just think, yeah, their kind of photos do not do that watch in particular any justice. Like I can
Yeah.
take a better photo on my cracked iPhone thing and upload it. You know, it looks so much better. The iPhone really brings out the texture in the dial, the
Yeah.
angles,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they just don't show any of that on there. It's just the
I think
saturated color.
that's pretty much most brands, man. I mean, look at Seiko's website. Look at like
Mm,
Omega's and stuff. I mean, the photos never do the watches justice, I think. Like the stock photos, they don't like when you look at Instagram. There's heaps of guys on Instagram that are obviously quite big, and they take really good photos. Got a local Perth, watch the wrist. I mean, he's got some cracking shots.
awesome pictures. Yeah,
And you look at the same photos that the brands take of them, like, man, this looks like nothing like the photos thing. But
just yeah,
yes, yeah.
no personality to them whatsoever.
Mm,
But I think like I did even draw this comparison that you're talking about. I had a couple of tabs open just looking at stuff while at work the other day, and I think I just looked at that little 360 image where you can click and drag and it rotates so you see the bracelet or the strap.
yep.
And I was like, this it looks like it's been taken on a like or rendered on a toaster. Like it just nothing at all. Like it was even like all pixelated and weird
Oh no.
compared to like at least you get a nice clear image
Yeah.
most websites. But this, yeah, just I think that watch grew on me a lot more than I thought it would.
Yep.
Including like the whole movement, like kind of thinking about Zillow and looking back at how many times they've used the NH35 with the Miotas and whatnot.
Mm,
Going, oh yeah, it's nice to see a different movement. It's nice to see people getting excited about it and see some customization in there as well.
yeah.
Yeah, it really did grow on me. I
Yeah.
don't think I'd buy it, but yeah, very cool.
It's there, yeah, for sure. Someone we know locally has got the Eagle
Mm.
and it looks pretty cool. I've seen some shots. Hopefully we can see it in person in the next Red Bar. For me, new release that I enjoy, yeah, since the last time we spoke, a couple actually. So our friend of the podcast, Astor Banks, released a new color variant
Hmm.
of their Fortitude Pro, a nice red, magenta. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, I think it was great.
Reminds me of almost reminds me of the Formex Essence red.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, very sporty red. It's not in your, like, it's not blinding. It almost feels a bit subdued. And the gold as well, red and gold, just like your Tudor, it
Yeah,
just
it's a
works.
good combo.
Great combo. Would I, I'm not really a red dial person yet, but this is great. And if you're looking to get Astor and Banks and you're looking to get something a little bit funky in terms of color, it's pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure it's still in stock.
It is, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, great piece. And that was one that caught my eye. And another one that caught my eye was there's two micro brands in America, one called Notice, which we know they got the sector Notice contrail.
Yep.
You've got no. Do you have one? You did have one? I can't remember.
No, I
You were
was
looking
close
to
to
get one.
purchasing a
That's
yellow
right.
one that was an AWF a little bit bigger.
Correct, yeah. And so Notice and then Raven. So Raven is a quite an older micro brand. They
Oh, this was the collab, wasn't it?
Yes, this is a collab
That real
and
grey, dark colored
correct.
watch.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. So Raven, their watches generally look really well built, sort of divers, and I guess Notice do a few different things, but I really like this. It's called the Trail Trekker, So it's a
Yeah,
collaboration between both of them. It's a GMT. It's like a gray, all blacked out GMT. And look, it's not super practical, but it just looks cool. Looks very stealthy, stealthy without being
it doesn't
uh,
lose its legibility.
legibility.
Yep,
Exactly. Yes,
yep,
it's still very legible, but it's stealthy. I really like the look of it. And also the size as well, 39.5 diameter,
perfect.
11.8 mil thickness, like your Miota 9 series movement as well.
It's
Yeah.
cool to see a big, chunky crown with the guards there, so you're not shearing it off at any point as well. I find that a lot of brands do a big thick crown and don't lack any guards,
Mm,
and
exactly.
run
Exactly.
the risk there. But I
Yeah.
think as well with this one, I get a bit weird with collabs where they chuck a logo or an extra name or something on the dial. This
Yeah,
is done pretty tastefully. Hey,
for
it's
sure.
very plain. It's there. It's not in your face. It's subtle.
Correct. Yeah, the
It
Raven
does very
logo
well.
is just sitting below. It's not like, yeah, I think I've seen a couple of previous collabs. I think the one you're talking about as well, they're from different brands.
Yeah, yeah.
And it looks a bit in your face, but this is good. And it's still, it's got a very much the explorer type crown guards and stuff like that as well. Maybe a little bit reminds me of the Christopher Ward as well, just because of the size
Yeah,
as well.
yep.
But yeah, it's done really well.
You can see where its inspirations are from, right?
For sure.
It's a bit of a love child of a few different things, but it's done very well. It's not just slapped together.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like this is for a friend of the podcast, one of my best mates. He would love this watch. This is
Mhm.
this yeah, this is right up his alley. But yeah, no, those are the couple that caught my eye. And actually, I had another one, which is I have to, I'm gonna have to talk about it. It's the new Seiko SPV range. It's the up to date SPB 143. They've went up spec a little bit, I guess. They've
Yep.
gone to 300-meter water resistance. They've made the case slightly smaller. They've made the power reserve just a little bit more. It's small iterations. It's not big. I think it looks really good because it's basically the same as the SPB. Like, and I said basically, it's almost the same, except they've moved the date window to the 4:30, which
Hmm.
I actually really like.
Yeah,
Um,
I rate it as well. Yeah.
yeah, I don't think it's an ugly change because usually date windows are very controversial. And to be honest, the 3 o'clock date window was fine. But I heard, this has just got little bits. It's got so slightly bit more power reserve, slightly smaller, not much smaller. I think it's only zero point 0.5 mil case difference. The bracelet's apparently a little bit better as well than the original, which is probably one of my SPB 143. I know the bracelet is good, but it's not as good as it could be for the money. 300 more resistance. But yeah, what do you think about that? I mean, good, bad?
No, I think any improvement's good. I mean, like going back to the Speedmaster chat, right? At
Yes,
least there's something changing here apart from just the
the
dial
price.
color. Yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing I think about with, especially this line in particular, I think this line's gorgeous, but at the same time, I feel like there's so many iterations now.
Yeah,
It's just like, yeah, could a couple of them could have gone into one kind of release instead of being like six over time, and
yeah.
maybe feels a little bit money grabby, but at the same time, that's the
Oh,
nature of the industry, right?
look, Seiko saturates their lineups, and that's probably is the reason why many people collect vintage Seiko because
Yep.
there was a lot more point of difference and stuff. And yeah, it seems to be almost re-release every now and then. But again, in saying that, there's nothing wrong with it. How it
No,
looks, I
exactly.
reckon it's great.
I mean, their business model works. They're successful for a reason.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit higher price than the 413 the 143s ranges. For everyone who's looking for a SPB 143, you might as well buy it secondhand and get it slightly cheaper now because people are going to probably offload it and get something like this. So I reckon it doesn't make the old watch redundant. It
No.
just if anything, it's slight improvements and I reckon it looks all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
but what I don't like about this, okay, I know what I don't like about this. I want to see if it's exactly the same as what you don't like about it. Tell me what you don't like about this.
To be honest, this whole line has always been a spot for me where I've really enjoyed it. I've tried it on multiple times. I don't not like anything about this watch.
Okay.
I like it all. I've always liked the line. Actually, I don't know why I haven't purchased one of these in the past. I've tried them on a lot. The price point's not an issue for me.
Yeah,
I've always enjoyed it. Every time I try yours on, I'm like, this is. I see why. That was the piece for you. That's why you rave about it.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I'm trying to figure out what you're not going to like about it, but I can't figure it out because this is rare. This is very rare.
I don't like the fact that it says automatic 3 days. It's just additional.
Yeah,
They've
okay.
added in 3 days in there that when it doesn't need it. You know,
Overdone it.
you've overdone it. That's what. Yeah, exactly. You've already got a lot of text on the dial. Automatic with the
Mm,
divers 300 meter. It was a good balance. You look at the Prospex logo. You got the X. You got the automatic, which sticks out a bit further, and then you got the divers 200 fixed up like the previous iteration. It was a triangular. It was symmetry. It felt symmetrical.
yeah.
And where else you look at it now, it doesn't do it. It's now it's a pair now. So I've
It's a
taken
pair. Yeah.
it is.
I had to mentally visualize it then.
It is a pair. Like it's not quite got it. Yeah, I mean, look, but again, this is being nitpicky. But in saying that, 300 meter and all that kind of stuff is awesome. It's very cool.
Mm,
But yeah, price is probably again a little bit higher than it always end up selling. Retail, they always retail for more. Like most brands, retail is always more than what they actually sell for. But it's good. It's good.
could you if they move the Prospex X up underneath Seiko like they do for a lot of the other divers? I think that would have worked better. But looking at the 3 days, to be honest, I actually like it. I just kind of searched back up the standard,
Okay,
STB 143. I actually
you like it.
like it more than the kind of pyramid that you're talking about. I don't know why.
Okay, okay, all right.
Um,
Maybe interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe it's what I'm used to, so maybe I don't
yeah,
like it as
100%.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the excellent. I mean, if it was up to me,
get rid of it.
get rid of it. That's what I would
100%.
say.
Leave it on the case back. Yeah, we all know what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the SLA is it 043 or the SLA 037? Which one's the high end?
it's 043.
I think it's 037 is the black dial, is it? Which one's the
043 is the blue dial.
yeah, I'm trying to find the OG. Or is it the SJE0? Oh, bloody Seiko and their reference numbers. Yeah, it's the SJE093. Okay. Now this is cool. All right. This is how it was and how it was always, which is it had the Seiko, it had automatic, then it had the Divers 200 and Shock jewels. You could say, for me, you could say, oh, well, it's the same amount of wording on both, but it just looks more symmetrical.
It does please the eye a lot more.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, if anything, like the two line of text down the bottom being exactly the same, like you could have even made the automatic the same size as Seiko and not lost anything there as well.
Yes.
So like same length, but
Yeah.
keep the font a lot smaller to not take away anything from the dial. But
Mm.
yeah, this is it. Hey,
Yeah. I mean, this is
but at
the OG.
$5,500.
Yeah, but this is the original. Like they
Yeah,
basically recreated exactly the same.
yeah,
Blah blah blah. But yeah, is it worth the money? Probably not. But
yeah.
it's more the
5,500 is a jump.
yeah. It's not to do with the watch itself. It's to do. I mean, yes, it's a
Mm,
better caliber. It's a 6L caliber, but it's more to do with the heritage link to it.
yeah,
That's all.
case back's cool too. I like the case back on it.
Yes, that is very cool. The whale is stacked there. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Well, man, yeah. So anyway, those were the three that I was interested in over the thing. Anything for you?
I had a quick something interesting. I will post
Tell
it
me.
to our WhatsApp, which we'll share to the Instagram as well. I
Yeah.
was driving on Sterling Highway yesterday, and I was stopped at a set of traffic lights, and I looked up and seen a watch on a billboard, and I thought I don't usually see watches on billboards. It's not the usual advertising. Um, Even when you go to I went to Phillip Island last year and watched the bikes and the super bikes, and they're sponsored by Tissot.
Mm.
You still don't see them anywhere apart from like the little kind of advertising around the stands and flags and stuff.
Yeah.
It was a Patek billboard, and I was like, what is going on here? And it was in like
Was it in Claremont?
Very no, it was like right up near kind of Frio way.
Oh,
I can't remember where. It's near a coffee shop that I went and stopped at as well on the left hand side if you're heading east on it. But anyway, it was
yeah.
in like a dead paddock of grass and like a mound of dirt behind. It was like the most ugly kind of spot for a billboard. But I was sitting there and it was Patek Philippe, and it says you never actually own a Patek Philippe. You merely
Yeah.
look after it for the next generation.
Yeah. That's their catchphrase that
It
they've
is,
had
and I
for.
didn't know
Yeah.
that, but I
I
sat there
did
and I was just
not.
like, that is
Okay.
the most uninspiring way to get someone to spend a couple of $100,000 on one of these watches. If you spend that, I'm owning that thing.
Yeah, it's for me, not for anyone else.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it's like it was just like white billboard, two pictures, and that in the center of it was sterile. You can't even see the watch. It's just kind of like a blurry image of
Yeah.
what looked like a center seconds of some kind. But yeah, I was just like, I kind of looked up and I was like, oh, that's very uninspiring.
Yeah, yeah, it's yeah, it's one of those things, right? That's their, that's their advertising, and I don't know, it feels a bit dated, I think, and a bit out of touch with reality, but
That's what I was
hey,
thinking. I
yeah.
was also like, who here? Like, I know this is like a wealthy area of Perth, and but I'm like, who here is sitting in the car and being like, you know what? I am going up to Barbagallo next week. I'm going to purchase that damn Patek because this billboard's here. Like, I don't know why I got so like passionate about it, but I was very weirded out by the
Uh,
billboard.
yeah, yes, and I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna give it to my
Yeah,
son. It's like, man,
yeah. I'm just going to
yeah.
merely look after it for my grandkids.
Yeah, yeah. That's funny. That's hilarious.
And I think as well, I was on the phone at the time to someone at work who also doesn't collect watches, but has a couple of old Casios and stuff. And I remember looking at it, being like, "Is this exclude the rich single people who don't have
Yeah, yeah,
kids?
yeah,
What is this?" But anyway, yeah, that was my like weird. I was just bored at work and sitting in traffic jam
yeah,
and had no coffee.
yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, so not very often you see it. Funny you talk about billboards. I saw another one. I I didn't see the billboard personally, but I saw, and no, it wasn't an ad. It was a post on Reddit of a billboard, and it was, I think it was a Timex billboard, and it said for when you need to check the time and not your 1,000 unread messages, emails, and something like that. And I was like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
see, that's good. It gets
Yeah.
you. There's an element to it that's funny. There's a grab, there's a hook.
Yes, exactly. And it also makes a lot of sense too, right? I mean,
Yeah, 100%. And it's
that
probably tailored a bit more to the billboard
that's what it
market, right?
says.
Like when I think billboards, I think of like internet service providers and
Yes.
gas companies being like save 8 cents coming with so and so energy. That's what I think of as billboards,
Yeah.
not Patek.
There you go. That's exactly what it is. So is that New York City? And it said, know the time without seeing you have 1,249 unanswered emails.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah. No, and I think we spoke about this before as well, like smartwatches. And like I've sat there and talking to someone, and the entire time they just keep looking at their
Oh man.
watch, flicking over and looking. I was like, man, yeah, I think I'd go mad if I was
Oh,
constantly looking at my watch when
the
there's
lady in
messages and
Telstra
emails and stuff.
today would have thought the same thing about me because I was sitting there and 90 minutes into my appointment trying to get a new phone, who's going looking at the Zodiac, like, come on, come on,
Yeah,
come on. But at the same time, she's like trying to shill me this Apple Watch. And I actually said that there's nothing
yeah,
I could think of that would annoy, like that would make my day any harder than having that thing go off to tell me that the exact same notifications on my phone and my computer, that's all in the exact same
yeah.
spot on my desk. Like, I just don't need that.
It's now on your wrist too. Yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
do I need to know that my heart rate's elevating? No, I've drunk enough coffee today and I'm not fit enough to have a normal rate at the moment.
I
So
can feel it. I can feel it.
I don't need to be reminded, Apple.
No, but for the purposes of for exercise and stuff like that, I think it's good.
Yeah,
I
I
think it
definitely.
is great, but like an everyday sort of thing, yeah,
I
maybe
think at the
less.
same time, Whoop is something I've considered in the
Yes.
past as well. That's
Okay,
a good
cool.
alternative to something like that. It's a good way to get away from the social media and the constant bing, bing, bing of the
Mm,
notifications from email to Snapchat, whatever you use,
mm,
and just get it wholly and solely and probably a bit more accurate and in-depth reading of your
mm.
fitness and recovery.
Yeah, even like Garmin's and stuff are pretty cool too, and I heard that they do a really good job. Some of the higher end ones. They do like everything. Actually, had a it was a guy who was showing me his Garmin. It was a dive computer
Yep.
basically, and it had all this functions on it. I think it was insane, and he showed me all these things, and I was like, wow, that's cool, but also very overwhelming. Like,
I use the Garmin Phoenix for my cycling when I
yeah,
used to get right into the racing side of things, and it is very overwhelming at the start, but it all kind of ties in at the end. You kind of
sure.
start to understand stuff. You know, when you're getting into VO2 maxes and your
Mm,
levels of where you're at, it does make a lot of sense, and it's cool. It's handy to know.
yeah.
But at the same time, it's a rabbit hole into the sport world. Like, you know, you're wearing the chest strap heart monitor for a more accurate reading because your
Yeah,
wrist isn't giving it to you. You've got your onboard computer to show you the basics of, you know, where you're heading, what your route is, blah blah blah.
yeah, yeah,
And the watches don't actually work for me because I've got quite some like heavy black into my wrists, into
yeah,
tattoos, and they actually
yeah.
don't read my heart rate
Ah,
properly. So
wow, there you
um,
go.
I remember I did buy an Apple Watch years ago for some reason, and I thought it was going to improve my productivity at work, which it did not. And yeah, it never accurately recorded my heart rate.
Yeah, interesting. Not for me, but I do see the intended purpose of it. But I guess if you're really into that kind of watches, you're probably not listening to watch
That's it.
podcasts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's I think it's about time we
For
wrap this
sure.
up for today. Great chat. It was
Yeah,
good to have
mate.
a little
Looking forward to
catch
doing it
up.
again.
Yeah, good to have a little catch up conversation. And well, I guess if there's nothing else, we'll leave it there.
Awesome, mate. Have a good rest of your week and take care.
Cheers. You too.
Thank you for joining us on Overtime the podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode.
You can find us on our Instagrams at Overtime the Podcast, at Kinda Average Watches, and at Horology Capture.
We appreciate your support and value your feedback. If you have any questions, suggestions, or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, please hit us up. We would love to hear from you.
Until next time.